What's good, everybody? Trellis Moss here with you. Finishing up on a block that I'm working on for Amazon. $75 for 3 hours. I'm on the last package. I kind of like got in a little bit late with making this video, but I need to address a couple of things because obviously some people in the chat and in the comments is confused on why I choose Bitcoin and why I'm doing it in such a vigorous way, as opposed to, making money all week. Then after the week is over with, I turn around and I just make a big buy of Bitcoin. Because, let me explain. It negates or it tears down the theory that I'm using that the faster the money moves, the more relevant you are with your financial instruments, right? People pay attention to you. The banks, you moving money fast, in and out. Not that you just spending it.
Turn left onto Road and Drive.
Not that you spending money, but that you're moving it around. They can see the things that you're investing in.
500 feet, turn
And
left
in my
onto Hot
case,
Drive.
I've got sponsors. I got a number of different things hitting my accounts. So they can tell us. And plus with the legal setup that I have for my LLC, I have a holding company. I have actual 4 operational businesses within this business that harnesses.
Then in 350 feet, arrive at the destination on your right.
That harnesses Bitcoin on this account for stability, right? I'm guaranteeing that my business will grow at a rate of 20, and I'm being very conservative, 20 to 50% a year, right? If we look at the historical trend of Bitcoin, the numbers are much steeper than that. Making this last delivery here, scanning. Be right back. Right, and I'm back at it. All right, yeah, and then the next thing that I wanted to address, now I'm at the end of this block here, and this survey, it comes up at the end of most blocks. It doesn't come up every time, but it asks a few questions. How easy or difficult was your last route? For me, of course I chose very easy, because it was. It took me a total of 2 hours and 30 minutes to complete a 3-hour block. I could have moved quicker, but it's okay. It's for $75. So it's a little over $25 an hour, right? I could have added on some additionals, but right now I'm right in the middle of doing some things. And they also asked me, how often do I feel appreciated by Amazon? Amazon be putting on, I ain't gonna even front, I've had some days where, I'm doing a $120 block, and I get to Amazon and I sit there 30 minutes. And because they didn't connect a route to me, they paid me for sitting there for 30 minutes. Paid me the whole $130-something odd. So you know what I do in those instances? I'm off top cutting on one of my other apps. Roadie, Instacart, DoorDash, Lyft, Uber, you name it. Whichever one I feel like doing. whichever one I feel like doing, I'm able to do. So that's the beauty. That's the beauty of this gig hustling, with mixing it with the vault hustle. My vault, of course, I've got a store on eBay. Again, I've got merchandise coming soon. Hats, and I've already got that merchandise on eBay. Just checking out how well it's gonna sell. And other than that, guys, and for that naysayer who said that I would regret putting money in Bitcoin, like, why would I regret putting money in Bitcoin? Why would I regret doing anything investing in my future? Why would I regret it? What I do regret, though,
Head toward Ryan Road, then turn right onto Ryan Road.
The biggest thing I regret is keeping my funds that I had in my 401k. I regret that. I wish I would have pulled it out sooner. Because people say, man, that Bitcoin, it go up and down, man. 1 minute you can lose everything.
Right.
I haven't lost everything. Yes, and it does go up and down. But again, remember, I'm on a 10-year plan minimum right now. I restarted my whole focus. I wanted to show people I'm going to start from ground zero. I took a whole different wallet. I started adding on to that wallet, for the people that said that it was too late to get into Bitcoin. I'm trying to show you it's not too late to get into Bitcoin. Right here in 2025, I started a whole new wallet from zero. I didn't commingle
right
other.
on the East 14 Mile Road.
I didn't commingle other funds I already had, or I didn't use other funds. I took the monies that I make from my gig hustles for every single gig I do, right? Just like I just finished. The money now with Amazon is gonna pay out at the time that the route ends. The route ends at 9 o'clock, right? It's 8:40. It's 8:40. So when it pays out at 9 o'clock, when that money hit my books, and I didn't take you guys the last couple of times, and I'm not gonna take you guys to Coinbase with me every single time, but I'm definitely gonna take you this time, because I'm gonna show you just how quickly just how fast I was paid. I'm paid lightning quick. At 9 o'clock, within decaseconds, that money will hit my financial instrument. And the financial instrument that I'm using right now is the Flex card. The Flex card, why? Because it's so flexible. It's so flexible. It allows me to do a number of things. A lot of my retail shops that I love to eat at, I'm able to get decent discounts. Of course, I use my Flex card with gas. Of course, I have Sam's Club, Costco, BJ's. I'm with all of the discount wholesalers, so I get my gas at a super huge discount. And that's about the only expense that I pay for when it comes to this gig hustle. I'm not paying for oil changes. I'm not paying for new tires. I'm not paying for new battery. I'm not paying for any of that. I'm not paying for an update on the car, right? I got the latest. I stay driving the latest of whatever, Right now, I'm driving a Hyundai Elantra. Hyundai's showing me love, right? I had the Hyundai Tucson. The Tucson, which, it shocked me. This thing, I was able to move around in the deepest snow. I never even had to switch in or out of 4x4, even though it had smart 4x4. Or you could just straight switch it into 4x4. I never had to do that. In this 2025 Elantra, I'm driving it in sport mode. There's plenty of room. I use the trunk space. I use the rear space. I use the trunk space for the big boxes, the bigger boxes, right? And because this was such a small block, I had 36 stops. I had 32 packages with I had 32 stops with 36 packages. 32 stops with 36 packages, and most of it was commingled in the same area. So I was able to tackle this block pretty quickly. And because I've been off for about 2 months, because I've been building websites, I've been building the doctrine, I've been building the truths that follow everything that I'm showing you guys. I'm not just making this stuff up. This is documented doctrine that I'm giving you guys. This is proven fact. I'm showing you guys the proof of work. I'm showing you every website that I've built. I'm showing you every gig that I've completed, and from each gig, I'm going on to show you that I'm purchasing or acquiring the Bitcoin. And I want to help to clarify why I don't use the word buy or purchase too much, because when you buy something or you purchase
14 Mile Road and use the left 2 lanes to turn slightly left onto the ramp to I-75 South.
Majority of the time, you can count that good gone, or the money's gone for that good that you purchased, right? But in this new identity that I've taken up, the digital asset entrepreneur, in this identity, nothing goes to devaluation, right? It may devalue, but I figured out ways for things that I've purchased. If it devalue, I figured out a way to get it back to the market and get most of the value back out of it. Because once I've got my use out of it, I figured out a way to put it on the marketplace. Once I receive the funds from it, I turn the funds into 100% Bitcoin. It's growing at anywhere from 20 to 90% a year or more, right? I'm just being conservative because I don't want to sound facetious. I don't want you guys to make you think that I'm doing this overnight get rich thing, because I'm not buying hundreds and thousands of dollars worth of Bitcoin at this point. Even when I got into Bitcoin initially, I didn't spend hundreds and thousands of dollars, because Bitcoin was extremely cheap at the time that I got into it. It's more expensive now, but I don't care about the price. I'm not purchasing it I'm not a trader, right? I don't have these trading skills that I'm a buy low, sell high. You know, I'm using all of this elaborate technology to help me buy low and sell high. I don't do that. I'm making a long range play for the future. I already see what Bitcoin is taking me from 2009 to now, right? I see what it does. I see the legislation is changing. I see the bills that are forming. I see all of the things that are happening. And I also am an avid user of AI, right? I consult with bigger entities besides a human being, right? Because these are technologies that are bigger than people. These technologies are bigger than people. So, I'm using a bigger technology, and I'm bringing value home to people who may understand how I'm creating a Bitcoin-backed business, right? This business for majority of the time, again, I'm doing up to 6, maybe even sometimes 10 transactions a day where I'm acquiring Bitcoin, right? And again, I don't care about the price, because I'm not buying it or acquiring it to sell it. I'm acquiring it to leverage it. I can use it as leverage, as property. It's what you do with any property. You own a home, if you own a home free and clear, you want to get into another one, you don't have to sell a home to make things happen. You can leverage that home and use creative financing. There's a million different things that you can do with property. And the same way with Bitcoin, there's a million different things that I can do with property that has value, that's proven, that has a proven track record. Bitcoin is science and math commingled together. This isn't just some speculative asset that I all of a sudden clinged on to. I did the math. I did the study behind it. I have hundreds and hundreds of hours of study with Bitcoin and what it's about and how it works, the white paper, right? What does the white paper mean? Why do I trust in Bitcoin as opposed to other cryptocurrencies, right? And these are the things that you'll want to know if you ever gonna delve into owning the Bitcoin business. And again, you guys, I'm not gonna make this video too long because the next move right after this is I'm going to go into Coinbase. I'm just waiting a couple minutes. It's already 8:50. It's 8:55. I'm waiting a few minutes, then I'll be right back with you guys, and you guys are gonna see, I'm gonna show you how quickly I turn the Bitcoin, the cash that pop into my account. I'm gonna quickly turn it, 10% of it into Bitcoin instantly. All right, see you guys in a couple of minutes. As promised, just to end out this video, again, I'm gonna take you guys right over into Coinbase with me, and all you gotta do is pay attention to the screen. I'm gonna just plop it up here, up in the corner somewhere as I go into Coinbase to make this purchase. Remember, this is going to be quick and painless. This is quick and painless. I'm trying to do this in a way where my account, it stays secured, even though I don't let too much build up in this Coinbase account. It's just a pathway for me to get to where I need to get to. Just like when you go to the airport, you know, you're going to catch a flight, you get to the airport. Once you get on that flight, you go on to wherever you're going, right? I go to Coinbase just like I'm going to the airport. Once I catch my flight, which is Bitcoin, boom, I leave with the flight. I don't buy the ticket Bitcoin and then leave it at the airport. I take the Bitcoin with me. I download it into my own physical wallet, or rather my own wallet, and it's very simple to do, guys. But all right, now I'm inside the wallet here, and as you guys can see, Bitcoin is at $69,002.43, and I've been in Bitcoin since the beginning, and I've seen it fluctuate up and down. I've made a lot of things. I've got about $2.91 here in the account right now. So what I'm gonna do, again, my block for Amazon was $75, right? So at 10%, that would be $7.50. So instead, I'm gonna do right at about 13% or something like that, where I'm gonna make a whole purchase for $10. Now watch how quick this is. And the reason that I'm gonna explain to you guys why I'm using my Amazon Flex card. Okay, so boom, I go and I hit the buy button. I'm gonna buy $10 worth of Bitcoin. I typed in the $10, and as you guys can see here, there's a pay with and then a buy. What I'm gonna buy is the Bitcoin, and then what am I gonna pay with? And as you guys can see, I have a limit of 15,000 with one account that I have listed here. Then as you guys can see, I have 15,000 in another account. Then I don't have any cash there. I can spend up to 1,000 a day in PayPal and up to 400 a day in Google Pay. In this particular instance, I'm gonna use Google Pay. Why? Because I have my financial instrument, the Flex card, connected to the Google Pay. Now, if I try to connect my Google Flex card to Coinbase, it's not going to work. They're not going to accept it that way, right? So I got around that without having to do a bunch of transfers. I connected my Flex card to Google Pay, and now I'm able to make the purchase. Boom. Again, I'm going to purchase $10 worth of Bitcoin. I'm going to hit the review order. And as you guys can see, just before I go through this order, I'm buying $10 worth of Bitcoin. It shows me what the price at which I'm purchasing at. It shows me it's available to trade instantly. And then it's also available to transfer instantly, right? So if I use one of my accounts where I had a balance of 15,000, where I could purchase up to 15,000 a day, I would make that purchase, and what would be available, it's available for me to trade it all day. I can trade it all day. I can get other crypto with it. Or I can leave it as Bitcoin, but I'm not able to transfer it out instantly because these bank accounts, they settle slower. It takes them more time to settle the money. It takes more time for the money to actually hit Coinbase before Coinbase say, okay, it's paid for now, it's verified and paid for, now you can transfer it. So, right, I'm going to hit this buy now button. I'm using it from the Google Pay. It's asking me which instrument I want to use, which I have a number of instruments tied into to the Google Pay, but I'm going to use my Big Flex, which is my Amazon Flex. I'm going to hit the continue button. I'm going to put my fingerprint. And voila, the order is submitted. We're going to wait for just a second. Of course, it puts me in the sweepstakes. 4 sweepstakes. Now you just see that text that says you bought $10 worth of Bitcoin. And it says my trade is successful. My Bitcoin is now instantly, I'll do a refresh. It's now, you see, you guys can see it went to 1281 just like that. And I do, before I make transfers, I let it build up some, but I don't leave much here. I have a number of different wallets that I hold Bitcoin in, but the monies that I just took from here, I'm going to download it into the Vault Hustle, Coinbase, the Vault Hustle, wallet. That's going to be my Web3 wallet. I'm in control of it. I have the 12 keys to it. Nobody can get to it. No bank, no agency, nothing. Nobody can get to that. All right. I just wanted to show you guys just how simple that is. You see up in the corner, I made the purchase of my Bitcoin. Of course, the price of it is going up and down. Some people argue, oh, you're a fool. You bought Bitcoin. It's going to go down. It's going to go up. All it's going to do is continue to go up over time. With governments and legislation and everything at its core, that's all it's going to do. You don't believe me? Ask AI. You don't believe AI? Ask around. Do the research. Do the math. Do not discount Bitcoin based on you thinking you're a trader. You're not even a trader. Most of you guys to send a comment talking about, man, you gonna wish it didn't go lower and all of that. You don't even know nothing about trading to talk to me about how to trade. I have trading accounts and I've done trades, but I'm telling you, you guys will lose your shirt trying to be a trader. You don't know nothing about trading. You don't know nothing about going up against the real whales and the real sharks who will laugh at you losing your money. You just don't know. But all right, guys, and until the next time I catch you in the next video, I'm out.